Hi everyone, as promised I am back on this page from the Johanna Basford 2022 Weekly Planner. Still feels a bit strange saying 2022. I think it usually does until the end of March for me. Anyway, and I'm going to do a few more of the elements from the page and see how we get on. So I'm going to start with this flower here. It's nice and big and I've sort of thought about how I want to colour it, so that helps. So we shall zoom in. It's taking a long time. There we go. Now I'm going to be using my pastel tone pencils again. This set, which you won't see, calls Color Pastel, and I'm going to pick out, I want sort of orange and yellow for this one, so I'm going to just find those colours out. I could have emptied these out before I started, might have been better, but hey ho. What have we got? Let's have a look. So we've got these four. This is quite a neony yellow. We've got a more of a creamy yellow, and we've got, that's probably a bit pinky. I think I won't worry about that. We've got this orange. So I'm just going to go with a sort of orangey yellow type theme. I'm going to start with the orange. And I'm having a look at the shape of the petals and how they're drawn. And it's looking like they sort of dip in here. So I'm thinking I might put some orange there and around here like that to sort of make it like a darker center, as if it's sort of dipped in here. So I'm going to try and make it even darker in the middle there and a bit lighter to the edge, and then we'll add some yellow. That's what I'm going to try. It might be a complete disaster, but you know, let's try something a bit different and see how it turns out. I was watching a video this morning while I was supposed to be working, as you do. Yes, I am naughty. And because I had spied that Barbara Colour had done a review video of the Castle Art pastel tint pencils, which obviously I have been looking at with interest. And I was waiting to see a review of them because I just wanted to know whether they were very different from these, really. Now obviously there are different brands, so they're going to have differences, but I had a look at the video. It's really interesting. It's in French. Barbara's accent's beautiful, but it's got English subtitles, so luckily I'm trying to get an angle where you won't get a big shadow. It's really, let's move the light. That hasn't helped. It's really dark in here, so oops, that's gone too far. I didn't intend to do that. Anyway, it's just getting the right angle. Anyway, and Barbara put English subtitles on most of it. There were French subtitles at the end, which slightly confused me, but I read them anyway and tried to understand them, but no, my French is not very good. But anyway, it was a bit of fun. But most of it was in English, the subtitles, so I could understand. And she went through, she swatched them all on the swatch chart that comes with them, and also on some, she'd already done it on some black paper, so you could see how that works, which was really useful. Not that I colour on black, but it still just helped you to see how they really looked. And then she coloured something with them. She went through the enclosed booklets and explained everything that came with them as well. So it was a really in-depth review, which was really, really useful and really good, and helped me to decide that I love them. But I know that I've got these and they are really good. So we've done that basic orange, okay, and now I'm going to grab this yellow. Remember I had the two. I'm using this one, which is the slightly creamier one. I think it might work better, we'll see. What I'm going to do is just go over the top of a whole petal and just see what it looks like. Really, it's a real experiment, this. I'm not going to press mega hard because I want to see how it looks. I think I'm going to go back in. I'm just going to concentrate on this one petal for a bit, get the result that I'm looking for. I'm trying to get it darker in the middle. So I'll put a darker line there and then sort of fade it up a bit. And I think I want just a little bit of orange on the edges, because that's quite pale, that creamy colour. I'm going to go back in with this one now and just try and smudge it all together. Now what was interesting about the Castle pastel tone pencils was she said they were very similar to Prismas. I don't get on well with Prismas, so that made me think, oof, are they going to be right for me? Because I'm not too good with this sort of soft smushy Prisma, but having said that, I am getting better. I've got some softer, I'm pretty sure the Arteza Experts are similar to Prismas, I think, and I'm getting on okay with those. It's been a bit of a learning curve, and the Derwent Lightfast I think too, and those have taken me quite a while, but I used them the other day and I was so pleased with the results. I just took my time and gently blended and layered them up, and I used to find they felt sticky, and I think it's because I pressed way too hard. I'm quite happy with how this is coming out now, and so I just did it really gently and took my time, really enjoyed myself. Used a blender rather than pressing hard and layering up like the background. I just used a blender, and the Derwent blender works amazingly well with the Derwent Lightfast. It's probably not at all surprising, and so that was good. And so I did that, and it just really worked. I think I'm going to turn the book, and then I won't get a big shadow across the page. Yeah, it's really dark. What time is it? It's 1:30 in the afternoon, and it's really, really dark. I think perhaps we're going to have some rain. I know a lot of places have been having snow. Scotland has had a lot of snow. They always do. I'm just going to sharpen my pencil. They always get a lot more than us, being further north. We're quite well south. Oh, it's broken. Let's try again. Anyway, yes, they always get a lot more snow than we do. But I don't think we've been having lots of rain and cold wind. Apparently it was really cold out today. I haven't been out much this week, but I've been trying to sort of catch up with all my jobs, with my videos, I've had work in, so I've just been catching up on everything really, which has been nice. It's been good fun. Work is sometimes a bit of a but actually what I've been having to do is good fun, and it's nice. I haven't had work for quite a long time actually, and it's nice to sort of, it makes a change. I'm just going to get rid of all those little bits. Just scrape that off. There we go. I've never had that happen before, where a bit welds itself to the page. Just scrape it off. Now you might want this slightly more vibrant, and you could use this one if you wanted a more vibrant. It would mix with the orange and make it much more vibrant, but I'm trying to keep this a pastel tone. That's the whole idea. So that's the idea. Now I'm going to do all of the flowers that look like this one in the same way, so even these, which are slightly different, in the same way. So, but I may not colour them because those don't have, I'm going to make them darker in the middle and maybe at the tip. Maybe I'll show you, maybe I'll stop doing this one, because you've seen me do a lot, and just show you a petal of this one. Let's turn it back round. So what I would do for this one is go darker there and then lighter towards the tip. If I do it darker at the tip, I don't know if it's going to work. I think I'm going to just do it to dark to the end. I mean, fade to the end. So I'm getting tired. Friday afternoon, it's Friday today. As always, recording in advance for you. And just noticed there's someone arriving in my street. I've been asked to let in some people if they were. Oh no, that's okay. The house owner is expecting guests, and I've got a key to her house in case she locks herself out. There we go. So I'm going to do that. Let me zoom out, and she asked me to let them in if she wasn't back from work, but it looks like it's her back, so that's good news. So she can let them in. So this one I shall just continue as I was with those. This one, these two I should do the same, like that. And this one, I think I'm going to do like these, because we haven't got those markings on. And we've also got this one down here. I'll probably do it the same as that one. You can't see them both at once, those two the same. So it's only this one that's a bit different. These are really simple, just a bit darker in the centre. But we do need to do the centre part. And I'm thinking, what do I do for that? Because, you know, we haven't got... I know. We use this other set of pastels. Pastel pencils. Remember we used the purple for the behind here. Look at that orange. I might pick that out for the centre. Get that out. And are there any more? There's some oranges on the back too. Look, there's that one. And there's the yellow. Maybe we'll make those centres a bit bright. Let's have a look. Yeah. I'll put a link to these as well in the description. So then you can have a look at them. But you don't really need a pastel set for this. I know I'm using pastels, but you could probably get these colours if you were light-handed with your current pencils. So this is the dark orange. I will zoom in a little bit again. We'll just do this centre of this one. I'm going to do them all really similarly. So what I want to do is do in dark around the outside and then lighter towards the centre. And it'll work really well with these. Maybe not so well with these, but I'm just going to have a go. I'm sorry about the shadow. I really need to remember to record in the mornings in the winter, because I've got the main light on and I think and there's not much light from the window. So that's a layer of that one. Actually, that's not the darkest one. That's the darkest one. So I should have done that one first. So I'm going to go on top around the edge with this one. I don't know if it's going to show up now. And then over with this one. But yeah, I'll try and remember in future. And then this lighter one right in the middle. And to record a little bit earlier in the day. There we go. Sweep that. That's that, and we'll just do the same on all of them. It's really simple. I need to remember what I've been doing now so I can finish it later. So I'm not using that one. I'm just organising my pencils on my desk so I remember. So there's quite a lot of those all the same. I'm now going to do a bluebell to show you how I'm going to do that one. Blue, obviously. So we have these two blues in this set, okay, which is what I'm going to use. And so obviously a light blue and a dark blue. This one needs definitely, in fact they both need a sharpen, which I should just do first. Oh, and I broke the lead off. I just emptied my sharpener, was too full. I do find these are quite soft. Both these sets of pastels, so they pastel pencils, so they do break fairly easily, but they are a budget range, so you don't get too upset when the lead breaks, because you know they're not expensive to replace, and I'm really enjoying them, getting use out of them, which is the important thing. I'm going to concentrate on this flower here. I'm going to use the darkest blue first and do some of these outlines. Now when you're using pastels you can't get the same depth of colour as you would with a darker shade. So here we want to make it look a little bit as if the leaves that are here are over the top of the flower, so it would be darker along this edge. If you wanted to do that with some shadow, we don't really have a dark colour to do that, so you may need to mix your pencils about a bit. So you may want to, you may find you've got a dark, I'm just looking, I haven't really, you may find there's a darker shade you could add to it to make it darker, or more layers obviously helps. Or you may just want to grab a dark blue from a different set to darken that a little bit to get your colour. I'm actually liking this colour, and I'm not sure this one is going to blend with it because it's a very different shade. So I'm just solely going to use this one. So I'm going to show you how I'm just going to keep building up the layers at the top to get a nice thick covering of colour, and then just gently do a lighter layer at the bottom so that it's softer. Now we do have some dots on here, you can probably see them more clearly on that one. Now you can choose to ignore those and just colour over them, or you could go over them with a darker colour. You could use the gel pen, you could go over them with a white or a blue or something like that. I think I'm probably going to choose to ignore them. I just think it will fit in with this colour and tone. I don't have a pastel blue that I think will work with this colour. So this is sort of dusty blue, which I really like. So that's really simple. And as well as doing these in this, I would also, whoops, I don't know if you can fit in shot. Hang on, let me zoom out. There's some more flowers down here, these, and I will do those with this blue as well. So I'll put that blue aside so that I know what I'm doing. She says, theoretically, I know what I'm doing. So I was going to use the other blue for the other flowers, but I'm not. I'm going to use that blue. I really like it, and that's my reasoning. It might not be good, but that's that. But right at the bottom of the page here, we have a couple of other flowers. Let me just zoom out a bit more. I can't get it in shot very well. There we go. We have these two. And we have these daisies as well. So I've got to think about what to do with those. We've used pink and purple. We're obviously going to do some more greenery. I may not show you that, I'll have a think. But these two, I'd quite like to do them red, but we're doing pastel, so we can't do red. So I am thinking of going in with this quite a dark pink. This is still from the Coleur's pastel set. Sorry, my accent. I got teased on the phone by my mum earlier for my accent. I can't remember what I said, but she laughed at me. she was born in Gloucestershire too. So I'll zoom in as far as I can. There we go. And we'll do a bit of this one. I'm sorry it's far away. Now, I want to do it darker near the centre and lighter towards the edge of the petal. This is a really sharp pencil, it's probably a bit too sharp for this. So I'm just going to layer over until I get the, sorry, it's really shadowy, until I get what I'm looking for. See, I want it to be quite intense. Let's brush away the bits near the centre, but pretty light here because we've got these behind ones, and I want to make those darker as well, so I need a contrast between the dark and the light. So these aren't going to fade to such a light tip, because these are going to be the light ones. I do want to try and make them a bit lighter at the tip, but you know, we'll see how we go. And so again, layering up in the centre and a little less towards the tip. Now this very centre of the flower, we've got this slightly lighter, paler pink, which we used for here, which I will use for the centre. So I've just given it a sharpen. Again, this is from the same set. What I'm going to do is do just a light layer around here, like that, to try and make it look like it's standing up a little bit. It's very hard to see when it's this small. And then around the inside, really deep, if I can, and a bit lighter towards the middle, like that. I think I'm actually going to darken that pink there a little bit. There we go. I held my breath then while I did it. It's okay, I can breathe. Then we have a ladybird. I'm not going to do that red, the ladybird, because it's not going to fit, and black, it's just not going to fit with our pastel theme. But what should we do? Well, the leaf will be green, Probably done in the same way as these. Yes, it will be done. It's one of these leaves. It'll be done in the same way as those. It's a mix, pretty much a mix of nearly all the greens, isn't it? So I certainly won't want to do them green or blue. It's purple and pink's quite close. I think orange is going to be the best option. And actually I think I might use this really, the darkest orange that we had from the other pack. Let me push it up so you can see them. So the dark orange from this set. And we'll use that, and I might just do him orange all over apart from his spots. Now we do have to still think about the ink, and I'm wondering whether to make his spots black and the ink black, but I think it would really bring attention to him, and I don't know if I want to do that really. He's not the star of the show. The butterfly, remember, which I'm pointing to and you can't see, that's very useful for you, isn't it? And the butterfly is the star of the show. I'm going to use this slightly luminescent yellow to do the dots. So I think it's the butterfly that needs to stand out. Oh, my voice is disappearing. Okay, now we have the daisies. Now I love daisies, but I'm thinking I'd like to leave them white with yellow centres, but no, it's just not going to show up. But I am going to do the yellow centres with this luminosity yellow that we had just now, and I'm going to make it dark at the bottom and lighter towards the tip, and it's quite neony, but I think that's okay because we want the yellow to stand out, and it'll look very different to this yellow which we've been using on here as well, which is good, and it will stand out from the background because I'm probably going to leave the background white, and so we want this to stand out, and we also therefore can't have the daisies white. I'm just checking I've done them all. Yeah, not that it matters that much. And what I found is in this pack here there is this really pale colour which looks, it is cream, and I'm going to mix it with this pale sort of peachy colour and try and make a light sort of daisy. So we'll see. Wish me luck. I'll zoom in so you can judge me closely. Right, there we go. So I'm going to use the here are two colours, the slightly darker one near the centre, as I so often do. I think it's something that I got from Johanna Basford. I'm sure she does this. She actually shared another picture from her new book. So going just sort of halfway, fading towards the centre, and then we'll just blend over with this. Yeah, she shared another picture from her new book. Rooms of Wonder, I think is the name of her new book. And it's like every one is like a wonder room. Now, if you've got Ivy in the Inky Butterfly, which this picture is from, you will know. I'm just going to colour a few more while I'm jabbering. You'll know what I mean by the wonder room, and it's got lots and lots of little details. And so the first picture she posted was a sort of origami room with lots of folded paper items, and this one is a lost property office, I think she said, and it's got all sorts of dear objects, gorgeous handbags, a teddy bear and a rabbit, like stuffed toys, a gramophone, a fish tank. I'm wondering what sort of lost property office has a fish tank with a fish in, not just, yeah. Anyway, it's great fun. And she actually asked people to suggest what the strangest thing they'd lost was. I was actually pondering. Can't think of anything that I've really lost. Not out and about. Only sort of gloves and scarves, boring things like that. We all lose those, I think. And so no, I didn't. I wasn't really sure. I don't think I've lost anything interesting. My marbles, maybe. I don't know if that is a joke will go. I don't know if losing your marbles is something that everybody knows about. In the UK, it means you've like lost your mind, you've gone a bit mad. I think I lost mine a long time ago. My husband reckons it happened when I married him, but I'm pretty sure it happened before then. But anyway, right, so there are the daisies. I just got carried away and did all of them. I just thought it would be a bit easier. So let's zoom out. Now we've got a lot of greens to go, but we've already been quite a long time on film. So I am probably going to leave those and do them myself, because I don't really sure until I've done all the oranges and things. What I do is I do all the orange and the blue and the pink, and I do all the flowers in the way that I've shown you and talked you through, so you can do that too. And then I will decide on the greens as to whether I think it's quite simple or whether I think it's better for me to come back and go through with you. I think because there isn't many, it's probably okay, and I'll probably just do most of them in the same ways. As in fact, it would tie it all together if they were all similar. This bit here, which is very pushed between a lot of greens, and here I probably do a little bit of orange mixed in with the green to make it look slightly browny. But the rest I might just do like this, because then it will just add a bit of coherence across the page. So yeah, that's my plan. So all of the greens like this. So I think we used these three greens, so a slightly bluey and then a more mid green and then this sort of yellowy green. So we use those three. So I'll probably do that for everything apart from these, where I will put a bit of any, I'm not sure which orange, but probably an orange like that first, and then maybe that green, and see how that works out. So that's the page really, and we just have the butterfly. I haven't decided what I'm doing. I think I need to keep with the pastel theme, but I'm not sure what to do with the drips. I may go in with the gel pen. I think I will. I've got some pastel sparkle gel pens. No, I haven't. I've got neon glitter gel pens. I'll have a look at what I've got and I'll do something, and I'll let you know in the description what I used for the ink drops. Okay, so that's ideal. So I'll finish this and I'll put a finished page at the end, so if you just hang on a bit longer, I'll try not to waffle on too much longer. I'll put the finished page there so you can have a look at it, and I will let you know what I've used for the ink, and I think we have a deal. I'm not sure how to do the butterfly's body either, because I usually do it grey, but I probably do a mix of purple and blue or something and try and get it a bit darker. But anyway, that's me. I'm going to stop waffling. I need to go and do some work. I'm just taking a quick break to record this video, so I need to get back to work. I'm a naughty girl. I've been watching videos, not working. But yeah, I need to get on. So I hope you're all having a lovely day and have lots of fun, and happy colouring.